Deteriorating conditions? Well, yes. I mean, it's just rain and low clouds and fog for the Grand Valley, lower valley of the Uncompahgre as well. So yeah, please be careful out and about driving tonight. Slow it down. This is a good opportunity to make sure your windshield wipers work, and if they aren't working clearly, then use this weekend when we have a dry pattern settling in briefly for the Friday night, the Saturday, and somewhat on Sunday. Use that period to get your windshield wipers taken care of. But this is a beautiful view. You can't see much in the background, but the book cliffs is what is behind that obscured cloud coverage. Rain in the bucket. Well, we've done well. We started the day with a rain deficit for Montrose at 1.5 inches. For Grand Junction, it was just slightly greater than 1/4 of an inch deficit. So these are good. These are good little improvements. Almost 1/2 inch of rain at Rifle. Now, that's what it's been in the lower elevations. Rain showers, as expected, but up in areas like Glade Park, for example, heavy round of wet snow and rain, but snow has been accumulating. Thank you, Dana. Dana sent in a little report and a picture, but I couldn't get that picture to get up on digital screen format. But nonetheless, that looked like 4 to 8 inches of heavy wet snow on the picnic table and on her pickup truck. Yards completely covered in white stuff. So yeah, we're getting snow in the higher elevations. That's up in Glade Park. The Grand Mesa, if you're familiar with the Grand Mesa Lodge, they've been reporting all day on social media. First, it was a 4-inch snow depth this morning. Then it was a 7.5-inch snow depth by lunch. So we're looking at decent snow totals. I saw Powderhorn's camera. I think they had 8 inches on the board this afternoon. So looking good. And those are some impressive snow totals. Down low, the temperatures a bit on the cold side. We have upper 30s for Montrose and Grand Junction, low 40s at Delta. High temperatures for the day, low 50s at Delta and mid 40s for both Grand Junction and Montrose. High temperatures off into our mountain communities, Pitkin and Gunnison, checking in with 40-degree readings. Some issues if you're heading eastbound on Highway 50 out of Montrose. Getting up to Sarah Summit, yeah, you could probably do that. Getting down Sarah Summit into the Blue Mesa Reservoir, a little bit dicey. So please, I think that area either has delays or is periodically closing due to those deteriorating conditions. So be very careful there. Wind speeds 10 to 15 miles per hour, just a wee bit of a wind chill. So instead of those upper 30s for Montrose and Grand Junction, it's probably lower 30s. So if you're out and about tonight, make sure you have not only a rain jacket, but maybe even a thermal layer underneath to keep you a bit on the warm side. Top gusts of the day anywhere from 25 to 30 miles per hour for the Tri-County area. So again, that's tolerable. We had that cold front move through this morning, so that was very likely the culprit for some of those stronger wind gusts. But looking at radar right now, we had rain showers in the Plateau Valley. Now we're scattered with just very light snow. Not a whole lot going on, but you can see a nice band of snow showers north of Rifle right now. So Colorado 13 to Meeker, probably not the best go on the roadway, as is the case all the way through Gateway. Getting into Gateway out of Whitewater, you're likely experiencing some snow or wet roads in that canyon. And of course, some light rain and drizzle along Fruita all the way to the state line. That's been the case, along with lowering cloud coverage. So please take it easy. We have snow coming off the Uncompahgre now as it drifts over Delta, Olathe, and Montrose. Likely that's going to make it to the ground as rain, so a little bit more to the bucket. That would be good. And we look really at 2 pockets of snow showers, 2 pockets of this weather on the western slope of the Flat Tops, the San Juan Mountains, the Uncompahgre, and then again on the Front Range. So that's really where it's at. Now this is all going to shift east and northeast during the overnight hours, so a little bit more snow heading to the high country. And we've had some travel issues along I-70. Various times throughout the day, I-70 had closed at Vail Path, then it had closed over through the Eisenhower Tunnel. Now it's just delays in both areas. So this is just a warm-up, folks. Make sure you're ready mentally. Make sure your vehicle's ready as well. These winter weather advisories in purple. What do we decide? Lilac? Indigo? I'll have to get with Rob and Jocelyn on that. But this was extended until 6 a.m. tomorrow. And really, we're going to start to see some clearing skies. Already clearing skies in Utah. So what's upstream is going to make it our direction eventually. Winter storm warning for the San Juan Mountains. Heavy, wet snow along Highway 550 and in those mountains. So please be very careful. If you have hunters that are out and about, they're probably bedded down underneath some of this. So that's something they need to have already been aware of. And I know they are. A lot of them carry ham radios and GPS phones. So I feel good about the hunters. And if you're recreating in this new snow, please check in with the avalanche conditions. Make sure you know before you go. Getting into 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, we just hang on to the idea, folks, just the idea of light snow showers occurring for the Montrose area. But for most of us, it's really going to be about the dry conditions and the cold temperatures. Upper 20s for Grand Junction for the next couple of mornings. We kick this storm system out by tomorrow afternoon. We watch another storm system pass us by on the Sunday Sunday and the Monday period, and then we look into the middle of next week for yet a third storm system to dip through the area. So a little bit of unsettled conditions as we wrap up this work week and get into the weekend, and then get us through the middle of next week. More impactful for Montrose late next week, so keep that in mind. But Montrose also, we're going to wake up on the chillier side of things all the way through Sunday morning. So while we do have an expectation of dry conditions this weekend, it's going to feel cold and dreary.